Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Live with Cecily. I am getting some things set up, so I'll be over in the camera just a second, just setting up our Instagram and getting ready for you guys. So, welcome, come on in. You guys know what to do. Go ahead, type your name in the chat and let me know you're here. And here I am. Again, my name is Cecily Habimana, co-owner of Sew Creative Lounge, and we are the culture keepers of sewing and quilting with the mission of teaching the world to sew one stitch at a time. And today we are here getting ready for Sew Like the Pros Pants Edition. Just like that, Sew Like the Pros Pants Edition, which is coming up just next week, March 11th through the 13th. And today we're going to be doing a special pre-class for all of those who just want to get started a week ahead of time and just get ready for a week of getting our brains together for pants construction. That's all we're doing next week is pants construction. So let me see if everybody's in the chat. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Let me check my own live so I can get my chat up. Yes, I am live. Perfect. Hey, y'all. Hey, what's up? She says, hey, Genevieve. Hi, Jennifer. Hey, Elaine. Let's see. Hey, Gwen in Upper Marlboro. Hey, Sheila. What's up, Tracy? Elvira. She said, I'm supposed to be working. I'm sorry, Elvira. I'm so sorry. Just put me, in one ear. You can put your ear pod in one ear and nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know that you're watching your favorite thing to do, which is to sew. So let me see. Okay, everybody said they can hear me. Perfect, perfect. What's up, Michelle? Hey, Tracy. Good morning, Rhonda. Yay. Okay, you guys are here and welcome. Okay, so we're going to be having some fun today. I went back, way back to about 2 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago, and pulled out my favorite joggers. Okay, so this was back in the day when we were still making fabric, which I want to come back and make fabrics, but everything got so expensive. All right, so these were our stretch kente fabric that I did, and I made my Jada joggers out of it. This is a super, super easy project. It has elastic at the waist and at the bottom. It's two pieces, two main pieces for actually it's three pieces. You got one for the pants. There's no side seam, one for the waistband, and then at the bottom. So for my beginners, my absolute newbies out there, this class is taking it all the way back, all the way back, all the way back, because it's a super easy project, okay? Next week, when we get started for Sew Like the Pros with Tisha on March 11th through the 13th, we're going to be starting with the pajama pants, all right? Another easy project with cotton fabric, pockets, elastic waistband, super easy project to get started. And for those of y'all with sewing experience, you can always learn something new with that particular project. After that, we're going to be going to the Raina pants. All right, so the Raina pants has a flat waistband with the elastic back, and you can make it as 3/4 length. Somebody asked, like, hey, can I make the Raina pants as full length pants? Go for it. You sure can. You sure can. It's about learning those concepts, new and old concepts, and you can definitely tailor that project to your liking. And then the third day, we're going to be working on the con pants, okay? The con wide leg pants. So I have a kit. If you're like, Cecily, how do I get the details? How do I get the Zoom link? Type pants in the chat. Type pants in the chat so that you can get the link to register. To register is free. You can watch those classes. It's going to be via Zoom. It's free to attend and watch the live classes. If you want to upgrade during the registration process and get some perks like the replays, like additional content, like what else is there for of course, the replays, right? Is the most important thing as well. And then you qualify for things like our giveaway, which I have not decided what I want to give away yet. Some people said fabric, some people said gift cards, some people said sewing machine. I don't know yet. I just, whatever is going to move my spirit that day is what I'm going to give away. Okay. So, but you got to be at the class and you have to upgrade to VIP. All right. Let's see who else is coming in. Okay, I got some more people coming in. What's up, Phyllis? Hey, do you have any more of that stretch fabric? No, I did it like a couple years ago, and we've sold all out. I would love to do more fabric. I would love to do more fabric. It's everything. Like if you talk about eggs being expensive, try custom fabric. It is so expensive. So only way we'd be able to do it, we'd have to do special orders in just limited quantities for those that wanted to get it. Like I can't imagine trying to sell a big bulk like I used to. It just costs too much. Shipping costs too much. Everything costs too much. So yeah, so you definitely want to go ahead and get registered. Type pants in the chat. Type pants in the chat so you can get that link and get registered. During the registration process, you may be wondering, like, Cecily, what do I need for these classes? Well, we do have the supply list, which you can download from our website. You can download this list. It has all the supplies you need for all 3 pair of pants, or you can get the supply kit. Now, the supply kit comes with 3 patterns. Let me pull them out. Again, your pajama pants pattern, your Raina set. Raina comes with pants, but it also comes with this cute top as well. And then your wide leg pants that has a fly zipper and belt loops and all those sorts of things. So you'll be able to get all 3 of those patterns as well as 12 yards of fabric. Now, I pulled out 2 pieces of fabric that I like, but your fabric and your kit may come with anything. It may come with something different than what's here. All right, so these are the 2 that are in this particular kit. And then you'll also get your sewing notions. So you'll need 3 yards of elastic for your 2 projects. And you'll also need a zipper, a hook and eye, and a button for your wide leg pants. So all of that's going to come into your kit. Please order it. If you have it, all of the people who have ordered their kits have already gone out. I do have a few extra that I pre-packed. So if you need to get any of that, or if you just want an individual pattern, please place your order like today. I'm currently packing orders from last week, so I'm hoping that I'll get to all of the orders, especially related to Select the Pros this week. All right. So with that being said, we're going to head over and get started on the Jada Joggers. That pattern is available on our website. And let's go ahead and get started, okay? All right, so let me get this. Oh, let me push this forward. All right, so here we are with our Jada Jogger pattern, okay? It is super easy. When I say super easy, it is super easy. It is 3 pieces, okay? So our first piece is the pant leg, okay? And this is in both the front and back. So this side, I know this is the front because there's only 1 notch here. And then I know that this is the back of the pants because this has 2 notches. So backs of things always have 2 notches. The fronts always have 1 notch, all right? So this is both the front and back leg. And if you look right here, down here, this will be where a side seam would be. But we don't have a side seam because it's all 1 pant leg, okay? So today I decided to make mine out of some sweatshirt fleece, all right? And if you're wondering, Cecily, can I possibly use some cotton fabric that doesn't stretch? Yes, you can, but go up with like a size or 2, okay? Go up like 1 or 2 sizes to make sure it fits. All right, so that is piece number 1. Piece number 2 is our waistband, okay? And piece number 3 is the cuff, all right? So you'll need 1 waistband, 2 cuffs, and 2 front and back pieces, okay? All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I am going to get started with taking the pattern piece off of my large piece here. I mean, this is gonna go so fast. You're gonna be like, Cecily, you're done already? Yes, we are gonna be done so quickly because this is super easy. Madeline says, it is easy. I made a bunch of Jadas. I know. I think that I cut out a size large, but I don't think I wear a large anymore. So this may go to my daughter. She may be gifted this pair of Jada Joggers. But again, you can get your own pattern on our website at socreativelounge.com and get your piece. Okay. So first things first, we are going to be working on our inseam here. So we're just going to fold this over and let's get some pins close by and pin that down. We're going to be matching our notches. All right. You're going to be like, that's it, Cecily? I'm like, yes, that's it. There's no pockets in there. If I was thinking about like, how could I put pockets? I guess you can put some patch pockets if you wanted to. You could definitely do that. Hi, Gwen. What's up, Jojo? Joanna, what's up? What's up? Thanks for joining. I am looking at my Facebook feed. So if you're coming in on YouTube or Instagram, hello to you as well. I will be checking those comments. Seeing what you guys. I can't see that far. I have another screen up there. All right, done. One leg done. Leg two. Let's get those together. And again, this is just a pre-class. I'm just warming you guys up as we get ready for Sew Like the Pros coming up next Tuesday. And I'm excited to be here because normally for these pre-classes you would have Tisha, but Tisha is down at the original Sewing and Quilting Expo in Atlanta right now, and she is teaching the Nyla jacket. So I'm hoping she's having a good time down there, as more than, I think it's about 20 ladies that are currently making their Nyla jacket. And I know Miss Paulette just finished up her Nyla jacket class. There was only over 30 people in that class. And I'm excited to see what you all's jackets look like. All right, here we are. So we've got our inseams pinned for both of them, and we're just gonna go over to the sewing machine and get started. Just sew these inseams down. All right. What's up, Catherine? Hey, Cindy, thanks for coming in. All right, okay. First things first, I must remove my one shoe. I don't know why. Can anybody else not sew with a shoe on? It's just so uncomfortable. All right, let's see. All righty. So we're sewing with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Let's go ahead. So all the way down our inseam. Sorry, the machine was going by too slow. This is going to be your favorite go-to pattern. Do you have something you want to make and you need to wear it the next day? You're like, I need a pair of pants. No, we're not going to the store. We're going to make our own pants. If you have children, this is the perfect, if they're older children, actually, not younger, because this is an adult pattern. But if you have older daughter and that's growing like a weed like mine, yeah, you need to make 5 pair of Jada Joggers Monday through Friday. All right. We've done it. We finished our inseam. Let's go see what we've done back at the cutting table. All right, here we are. So let's remove these pins. All right, and I've got one leg, and we're going to turn that one leg on to the right side. And voila. We'll take that other leg, put it inside, and we're going to be matching our inseams, okay? We're going to be matching those inseams. All right, so I'm putting this on one arm here. Can I get my arm all the way into the screen? Yes, okay, perfect. Yes, okay. All right, so let's go ahead, match those inseams, open them up flat. If you do iron your seams open, which I'm not going to do today for the sake of time, make sure that it is on a heat setting that will not burn your fabric. Okay? Any questions out there? I see a lot of people coming in. Thank you for joining. If you're watching a replay, type replay in the chat later on so I know that you got a chance to watch this. All right. We are now working on this crotch seam. If you're just joining in and you have no idea who I am, what I'm doing, all you need to know right now is that we are doing a free pants workshop all next week. Type pants in the chat so you can get registered for that. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know my name right now or that I work for So Creative Lounge. All right, so we've got that U shape done. You guys can see that, right? We got that U shape done. Perfect, perfect. And we're gonna just go back over to the sewing machine and get that stitched up. All right, so Karen asks, are you using a stretch stitch setting? No, I'm using a regular stitch setting. Have not changed it from a regular stitch. And I have the pattern, but how many yards of fabric should I get for a large? 3 yards is what it's calling for, but I'm gonna look back in the instructions. Just give me 1 second. Right now we are working on the crotch. Alrighty. So we've done that once, but these are pants, guys. So let's go back and do another seam inside of there. And I normally don't go all the way up to the top. Well, let's go to the top. Let's go to the top. Let's just do it all right. This seam gets the most amounts of wear and tear. So I'm just came back just about 1/4 of an inch away from the first seam, and I'm sewing it one more time. That way I know that it will not break open on me. Alrighty. All right, let's head back over to the cutting table. That's hilarious, Juju. She said, I just need to open my pattern. Thank you. Thank you for opening your pattern. That is step one. All right, so we've got that seam done. Let's open these pants up and see what we got so far. All righty. Oh, they look good already. Okay, definitely. There we are. Nice. Okay, that is how they look so far. We're gonna need our two other pieces. So I'm gonna put this to the side for a second. And we're gonna need our waistband, which we're gonna cut one for our waistband, and we're gonna be cut, and then we have two for our cuffs. So we can take these pins out. Y'all are funny in the chat. Looks like, all right, so let's get these. We're gonna be working on the ends. We're gonna be sewing up the ends of our waistband. So all we need to do is fold this in half, add two pins. I'm telling you, this project is you're gonna blink and it's gonna be done. You're going to blink and it's gonna be all done. Now, I will say, if you are using a fabric like mine, like a sweatshirt fleece, it doesn't stretch like a whole like a regular knit. So if you are using something like a sweatshirt piece, I would recommend going up a size or maybe even two sizes, because this pattern calls for a true knit fabric, something as stretchy as this. Okay, so you see how stretchy this is versus this. It's stretching a little bit, but not as much. Okay, so I don't want to set you all up. So if you are doing this with something like a sweatshirt, please make sure you size yourself up a little bit. Okay. All right. So we're going to be sewing along these three edges right now. Okay. So let's head back over to the sewing machine. And we are almost done, guys. We just started and we're almost done. 24 minutes into the live. Super, super fun, easy project. All right, that's one. That's two. And that's three. All right, let's go back over. Here we are. We've got our cuffs and our waistband. So we're going to be cutting those apart. And I'm just going to finger press this open. All right, I'm going to be using that seam as the part where I'm going to be putting to the back. So this is going to match the back seam in our pants. Okay. All righty. So we're folding this in half. I'm taking my pants. All righty. I found my back. I found my back here. My seams are open. We're just going to put them together here. So at this point, you can use pins. If you want to use clips, you can. It's up to you. It's starting to rain, y'all. I heard it's going to be some cold rain too. I got my umbrella in. All righty. And we're matching these seams all the way around. Folded it in half. That sounds like a lot of rain out there. Anybody else in the DMV? Hopefully it won't be too bad. And my post office guys gonna come get all these packages. Okay. So what I'm checking to make sure is that it's gonna fit all the way around and it's looking pretty good. Sheila said it's pouring in Northeast DC. Oh Lord, that's where I live. And I sent my baby girl to school with only a sweatshirt on. I should have done better. Oh boy, a tornado warning. Oh boy. All right. All right, we're almost around here. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think I got enough pins in there. I got about 8 pins. So we got our waistband. So I'm gonna push this up to the side, up to the top, and then do the same thing for our cuffs. Okay. I'm gonna get those cuffs on there. I'm gonna put my seam to the inseam. Same place. It's been raining in the Poconos for a few hours. Oh my. I think I missed the memo. Yes, it is a half-inch seam allowance. Almost all of our patterns have a half-inch seam allowance. We rarely, I don't think we've ever done a 5/8 seam allowance. So that's just your general rule of thumb for us. Again, if you're just coming in and you want to continue learning pants construction after this easy Jada Joggers project, you want to go ahead and type pants in the chat so that you can get the link to get registered. Okay. All righty. So what I'm doing is just making sure that it's even all the way around, that I don't have any puckers anywhere, and that if there is a little um, easing in, you have to do between the pant leg and the cuff. So we don't want to make sure we just pin on one side and then it's kind of gathering on one particular side. We want to make sure that it's eased in all the way around, kind of how like you would do a sleeve. Okay. All righty. Put one more pin. All right. I see people putting pants in the chat. If you're on YouTube, it doesn't come automatically, so you'll have to wait. We'll do it manually after this live. But if you're on Facebook or Instagram, you should get a link automatically to you in your inbox or your DMs, and you can get registered. Or you could be old school, just type sew-like-the-pros.com and register, and you can get to the website. That's old school. That's old school. All right, here we are. Can you believe we are almost done? We are 31 minutes, and I talked for half the minutes. I talked for half the time, and we are almost there. But we do have to put that elastic in. And guess what? In the summertime, you can cut these off and make them into shorts. I tell you, you don't need 1 million patterns, okay? You can have a couple really good ones that you do like certain things with and just mix and match. If you got a good pair of pants pattern that fits you well, you 100% have a good shorts pattern. Just cut it off. All right. All righty. So my only thing when I get over to the sewing machine that we have to leave ourselves about a 2-inch gap so that we can get our elastic through. Okay. All right. So we're going to be putting this elastic through. So the important thing here is that you don't uh, you don't make your seam allowance more than a 1/2 inch. And I'm probably going to do as much as like a 1/4 inch so that I can have a little extra space to get my elastic through. Okay. Because I don't want to be messing around and having to struggle getting this through because I went from a 1/2 inch to a little bit more than that. So I would say do like a 1/4 inch there, even in the waistband. This one you have a little bit more wiggle room, so you could probably keep it on a 1/2 inch and you're fine. Down here, yeah, you don't have that much to play with, okay? So I just want to point that out to you all. All right, so let's go back over to the sewing machine. Madeline, have we decided on the classes? No, we haven't. Not yet. We're going to get through next week first and we'll start talking about it. All right, so let's start. I'm going to start about actually. I'm going to start on I want to start on the with the waistband on top. Since I have 3 layers, I want to make sure I can see what's happening. So I want to sew on the other side. All right, so I am starting about 2 inches from that seam in the back. If you all can see here, there's my seam. I'm starting about 2 inches away from that because I can insert my elastic there. So I'm gonna stop sewing when I get to the seam, okay? All right, just checking my seam allowance there. And just like that, we're already back at the back. Oh, went through too many layers. Look, I just popped that needle. Oh, Lord. Okay, hold on a second. That was too many layers. Oh, all right, let me see if I got some needles over here. If not, I will have to go and jump and get another needle. Let me see. You guys talk amongst yourselves as I look for my needle. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to cut to my wide screen real quick. You guys talk amongst yourself. I'm going to go grab another needle. All right, give me 1 second. I can still talk to you all because I have a mic on, but things happen. All righty. All right, so I've got my needle. I'm going to just go ahead and change that. All right, let's go back here. Here we are. My machine said, oh no, you're not going on over all that fabric. Yeah. The difference between the power of one machine versus another. I think I thought I was still on my Bernina, and no, I was not. All righty. All right. So let's go ahead and sew on these cuffs. Okay, so about the cuff here, we want to remove that arm so we can get in there. Again, we're going to sew kind of close to this edge here. So a little bit smaller than a 1/4 inch. I mean, a 1/2 inch. I'm probably at a 3/8 inch right now. This is not what the pattern says. This is on my Cecily modification. The other thing is that you could go down to a 1/2 inch, I mean, an inch elastic. She said, Khadija said, I couldn't even get one needle at Joann's last Saturday. I'm sorry. We still have needles here at So Creative Lounge, so if you need needles, you can still shop with us. All righty. All right. So we've got one, and remember I left a gap here so that we can put our elastic through. Let me get to the other one here. All right. We've got one thing left to do. Well, let's head over to the cutting table. That's not the cutting table. There, that's the cutting table. Oh, I forgot I had that little snafu. All right, so we have got some 1.5 inch elastic. It's a non-roll elastic, which is really nice around the waist area. And we're going to use that little hole that we had to feed our elastic through. So I've got my large safety pin. I'm just going to measure this around this waistband here and cut it off. Alrighty. All right, so I'm going to attach that safety pin to the end. We're going to cast this elastic through. I'm going to go towards the seam so I can make sure that it gets through easily. All right, so let's cast this through. And if everything looks backwards to you in the camera, it's because I'm left-handed. Okay, so you may be like, well, why is she doing it that way? I'm left-handed. I do everything backwards according to most people, but it's all good. Let's see, any questions in the chat? Any beginners out there? I know, everybody, I see a lot of people saying, oh, Joann's is gone, I'm so sad. You know, one day I woke up and I said, you know what? Joann got enough of my money over the years. I'm like, maybe some of more small local quilt shops will be able to fill in the gaps for what Joanne offered the sewing community. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. I know, I know it's easy to just hop on over, get something in emergency. Won't have that convenience. My closest fabric store would actually be my studio. But after my studio, we have G Street Fabrics, which is about 30-minute drive from me. And everything in there is kind of expensive. So oh, okay. Tracy said there were some questions, but I got you. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate you. You're always so helpful. All right. All right. So we've got the elastic casted through. I'm going to just pull this a little bit further. All right. Chiquita is coming in there for the So like the pros challenge. All right. So we've got our elastic through. We're going to overlap it this way and sew right across here. So I'm just going to add a pin. Oh my gosh. Melissa says she went to Joann's 3 to 4 times a week. Oh my. Joanne got a lot of money. Joanne got a lot of money. All right. So I've got that in there. Let's go to the cuff area. In the cuff, all right. So what I like to do, I know I can't extend elastic, but I will put it in there, measure out about the same as the width of the casing, and then come back and cut it down to the size that I like after I try it on. Oh my gosh. You passed out. Wow. Yeah, they are not, what would I say? The fastest place. And it's not like they were going to hire more people to help with the demand of people that were going to come in during the clearance. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. All right. All right. So I'm just pulling this through. Hopefully I won't have any issues as I get this through. And again, if this is just take your time. Take your time. This is going to take a little bit longer because this casing is a little bit smaller than the waistband. And I do not, the last thing I want to do is pop my safety pin. So we're going to ease it in. They're hiring in Vegas. Oh my gosh. Wow. I guess a temporary hire just to close out the stores. That kind of would make sense. Could you use a drawstring instead of elastic? Yeah. If I did, I would probably do what would you call it? Add a couple of seams so that the drawstring is not just moving so much inside of the waistband. And what I mean by that, I would add like a seam here, like 2 seams in the middle, so they can kind of channel the drawstring. I wouldn't want my drawstring just all wiggling around in 1.5 inches of space. All right, we're almost there. I would, man, if you go up, I would say two, maybe even, I would say at least two sizes. If you're going to use a cotton instead of a knit, I would say two sizes at at least, because it's in the waist area that it'll get kind of tight because it does go in quite a bit. All right, we're almost there. I've got the safety pin in my hand. All righty. Come on, little safety pin. I'm a lefty, but lefties are in the right minds. Okay, Genevieve. Okay, I see it. We have to be in a more creative, being left-handed, you got to be a little bit more creative in this world. I am having a hard time getting this through because I'm taking my time, but I do not want to break it. But I feel it's almost there. Okay, it's loosening up now. All right, give me 1 second. All right, I give up. Let me open the seam up a little bit. I was trying not to rip it, but it's too small over there. Okay, let me open it up just a teeny bit. Get this through. I was trying not to. Whew. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, so we're going to be doing the same thing in this side. Marie says she does our drive. I write and drive with my left hand and everything else with my right. Oh, look, I got a lot of lefties on the live. All these creative folks. All right, so we've got two in. We got one more. I think I'm gonna go ahead and sew up these two first, and we'll come back and do the last one. Actually, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. We still got a few men. Oh shoot now. So thank you, thank you. She got her Jada Jogger pattern. Anybody else getting their Jada Jogger pattern today? I just had our volunteer, we call them our So Creative Angels. They were folding them up, the patterns, and putting the instructions in there. So we have 10 patterns ready to go today if you have not gotten your Jada Jogger pattern yet. This is probably the slowest part was putting the elastic through. And sometimes this was a thing Mama Fia taught me like maybe 10 years ago. Probably 20 years ago, actually. I've been sewing with her for a long time. Is to put the elastic in first um, and then sew the casing on. Yeah, so especially if you're doing a lot of costume. I used to do a whole lot of costume, and so let's go over. I'm gonna come back to this one. I want to make sure we get to where's my cameras? Okay. Let's go ahead and sew this first and then we'll come back to it. Okay. All righty. Sorry, I know my hand's in the way. I don't know how to do that without my hand being in the way, but that's all I did. I just put the elastic. And once we get that, we just pop that elastic inside of the hole. And then we're going to sew this seam closed. All right, we've got that waistband done. Do the same thing along the cuff. And again, sorry, my hand's in the way. All righty. Let's pop this in. Oh. Actually, I think I need to make it a little bit smaller. It's a little wider than I wanted it to be. Okay. Do that one more time. All righty. It's much better. And notice, guys, how I added this to. Normally, I would put the everything onto the actual arm, but this time it was getting kind of tight, so I actually put it up and circled around it with the elastic on top of the machine. All right, so that's a good trick to do if you find that you cannot get this onto the machine easily. Just bring it up to the top, and you can do the same thing. All right, so let's head back over to the cutting table. Let's see what we have. All right, here we are. So waistband is looking really good, really nicely there. So it's not meant to be really like gathered for this particular waistband. It looks nice. It's just there to hug your hug your waistline. And then here is the cuff down at the bottom. I just did one just for the sake of time. I'm going to work on this other one, but it's pretty much there. You can kind of get the look of everything just there. So these are your Jada joggers in a cute sweatshirt fleece. And you also, if you want to use something with a little lycra in it, you can also do it in something like this. So super easy project. With me doing a whole lot of talking and teaching, it still only took me an hour or less than an hour. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. So let's head over and let's chat for a minute. Um, Okay, so how do you all feel about the Jada joggers? Are you all feeling warmed up for next week's Sew Like the Pro, where you're going to get the real professional information on how to sew your pants professionally, sew your pants with confidence, Sew your pants with zippers, elastics, buttons, fly zippers, pockets, all of the things we're going to be going through next week, March 11th through the 13th. So, free class, free workshop, 3 days, an hour and a half each. If you want to upgrade, get your VIP pass for $17. You get the replays and some other things. Members, you guys have now been added to, I believe so. If it hasn't happened today, it's happening today. You've been added to the portal. So you should be able to download, and my VIPs, you all should be able to download the VIP badge, post it in the Sewing Lounge Facebook group for your chance to win something. I don't know, gift card. I don't know what I'm going to do, but y'all know I like to do that. So make sure you all put your badges up there. That's your homework for tonight. Get your Jada Jogger pattern if you haven't gotten it already. Sew up a pair. Just get warmed up. Get ready for this next week of sewing pants. All right. So let me see. Phyllis says, I just ordered my pattern. Very nice. Jada, is it included in the Sew Like the Pros or sold separately? It is a separate pattern, as Tracy said. This is like a pre-launch of Sew Like the Pros. So inside of Sew Like the Pros Pants Edition, you get 3 patterns, which is the wide leg trousers, the Raina, and the pajama pants. Those are the 3 patterns that come in there. If you want to get the Jada Joggers, you could definitely get those as well. Michelle said, definitely get them for my granddaughter for school. Came in just in time. Yes, these are perfect for those growing girls, okay? These are perfect because it doesn't take a lot of time and they love wearing sweatpants. I'm not sure what that's about, but they love wearing sweatpants and this is like the perfect project. Let's see. Do I have any other? Say very nicely done. I'm ready to get started. Also, what West African do you have? I don't have any, Belinda. She asked if I have any more West African print knit fabrics. I don't have any anymore. It just basically became too expensive for us to produce our own fabric, so that's why we haven't done it in a while. But hopefully prices will go down one day. I don't know when, but I have so many fabric ideas on fabrics that I'd like to produce. It's just it's expensive. So economy get better so I can keep working on some of the things that I love to do. Love the joggers. Yay. Okay. All right. I think that's it. With that being said, thank you all so much for joining. Again, type pants in the chat if you want to get registered. We are back here March 11th, at 1 o'clock p.m. Not here, via Zoom. So you have to register in order to get into that class. Okay. All right. Have a wonderful evening and afternoon, and I'll see you all again soon. All right. Bye-bye.